Evergreen Public Schools offers more innovation than ever before to help students succeed. Find out how technology is helping teachers teach better with inventive computer programs, handheld devices, and more. Right here in our own schools. Video games are extremely popular, but they are a lot harder to design than play.
That was really cool art.
Sherry Nemo knew her new class would be an instant favorite by smartly combining computer science and a teenage interest.
Often people think it's going to be an easy class by the name, but game design is actually very tricky because there's a number of things you need to be thinking about.
Students draw their imaginative world on Wacom tablets, a pressure-sensitive artist tool donated by the Evergreen School District Foundation and used in commercial graphic arts design. Students learn to write code and bring the characters to life.
It's definitely harder than I thought. Game design, too, is getting to the point where it's very hard, but I'm enjoying it. It's a challenge, and I can respect that.
Sherry hopes that game design class, which is a part of the college and career technical education program, can be a gateway for a career in graphic design or engineering.
People like Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg, they're like pushing for code, and this class teaches code. So I think we're kind of like ahead in the future, like we're thinking in the future, so that's really cool.
This is the biography section right here, right behind me.
In Alicia Parkinson's 21st Century Marketing class, students are learning how to communicate in the digital age and be smarter consumers. 8th graders are mastering the tools and techniques advertisers and marketers use to influence their buying decisions.
That's much better.
That's better.
It's a collaborative process to communicate just the right message.
They use technology every single day. It is what we're all doing in our current lives. It's what we're going to be using in the future. There's hardly a career that doesn't have a technology aspect to it.
Alicia's middle school students will take the skills they have learned and design a full-page advertisement in PowerPoint, a 30-second commercial, and a 3-minute Welcome to Y East video to promote the school.
We've learned more about cameras and digital cameras, and it's just been it's been a blast.
So that's what's going to set up your parts for you here, and just like a Lego build, you're going to use the map to piece it together.
In Tony Ayala's 5th grade class at Burton Elementary, students are getting hands-on STEM education. Scattered across the room, self-directed students are working on challenging science concepts.
It holds their attention. As you can see, everybody's super engaged right now.
I am working on a tree, supposed to be a tree house that will be lighted up with the lights that the windmill or wind turbine will actually spin, put electricity and make the lights light up.
Tim and Adair are working on a Lego's robotic dragster that they plan to race. But first, they must construct the difficult model.
Oh, okay, see, look, this is what we're supposed to do.
So this just gives them a little bit of a jump start on technology, looking at programming, using computer interfaces, sensors, working on design and build.
Other students are taking scientific data with light and temperature probes. It's a hands-on approach using real-world tools that hopefully will ignite a lifelong love of science.
In fact, I'm going to learn to be an engineer.
Dangling of the wires.
While many of Amy Matsumoto's English language development students can speak English well, their word comprehension can be several years behind their peers, making academic success even harder.
My ELD kids have what's called like a double gap. They're already behind academically. They're also starting to become behind because of, economic reasons.
That's why Amy wanted to use technology to help her struggling students increase their vocabulary skills. Students use an iPad to read articles and also have it read out loud to them.
Here's some advice for those of you that are scared of spiders. Don't visit the town of Santo Antonio de Platina in Brazil.
Students can also easily click on a word and get a definition.
It helps me think more, and I can look up more information.
It auto speaks, and I can speak and tell me exactly how to say it.
Amy also uses Edmodo in her class, a kind of Facebook for teachers and students to interact via the web. It's safe, only accessible by those Amy allows, and students love it.
When I have a question about my homework, I send a post to Ms. Matsumoto, and she responds right back.
And I have Edmodo tied to my cell phone, so I can see it when they ask me directly.
Amy doesn't mind because it helps her students be more engaged in learning, in and out of class. Parents also like that much of the interface can be translated.
If I can find a way to get them ahead in some way, that they understand how to use these devices more than other kids, I mean, then it won't be such the double gap.
Just hit submit, so then it'll send it to my computer, and then I can see how everybody did.
It may look a bit odd for a French class, but Cheryl Meservy's students are totally engaged learning French with help of their own electronic devices. It's BYOD, bring your own device. Students like the familiarity and convenience of using tools they use in and out of school.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you have the dictionary right at your fingertips. You can hear it being said through your headphones, through everything. It's amazing.
Today, Cheryl's students are using an app to produce a puppet show they write in French, then record their own voice using the day's new vocabulary words.
Well, it makes it more fun and exciting, and it just provides so many other opportunities for students because now they can record their own voice and hear it right away.
Students take online quizzes, research projects, see pictures and videos, and even use flashcards, all on their own devices. So that no student is left behind, Cheryl has classroom devices to borrow. Cheryl knows her students are learning more because it is interactive and engaging. Cascade Middle School, along with all of the middle schools, offers 8th graders Spanish, French, German, or Chinese classes right in their own school. By taking online courses, students are getting an introduction to a world language while earning high school credits.
We could never afford to have teachers for all 4 of the languages here at the middle school.
It's a good language, I like learning it, and you need some of it to go into a university.
The 60 students who started at the beginning of the school year in the online world language classes are all still participating. Once a week, the students communicate via the web with an Evergreen Public Schools world language high school teacher who checks on their progress. Allie Barnes, who is studying German, thinks the online class may hold an advantage over her other classroom experiences.
Maybe it's because the pressure of having to say it in front of a teacher, just being able to practice on your own is kind of nice.
Physical education class may seem an unusual place to use technology, but Mark Elston has found it to be an invaluable teaching tool.
Well, this brings the technology into the gym with the iPad.
Along with time-saving applications such as attendance taking, record keeping, progress reports, and medical conditions of his students, which now are all kept up to date, Mark sees the impact that immediate feedback has on skill improvement.
Okay, watch your shoulder, how your hand is low, not high. You need to have your hand high when you hit.
Mark captures his students' technique and instantly can critique form.
Nice serve.
Today in class, students watch a video on the cardiovascular system and see how their own exercise plan can help keep them healthy.
It's a deeper level of understanding their body and how it's operating.
Next up, Mark's 7th graders run the PACER test to measure their endurance, a score that will be measured and recorded for state assessment, all on the iPad. For students who want to increase their fitness level, Mark offers a high-tech scale that calculates body mass index and can help students see the positive results of a diet and exercise program.
I lost 2% body fat. I've been dancing at the Cascade dance team 5 days a week for 2 hours, so that's been really good.
In his 7th grade orchestra class, Toby Weston is teaching old world music with cutting-edge technology. He's not replacing violins and cellos. He's using digital tools to teach music to a class of 21st century learners who would expect no less.
You know, kids like technology and stuff, so it makes orchestra even more fun than it is.
and then I can...
Toby uses iPads to access musical scores, give quizzes, keep tempo, and play games that teach how to play and read music. Toby teaches music at 4 elementary schools and 1 middle school, and uses technology to help his students learn to play better. Toby captures his own playing and shares it with his students as homework. He thinks it has made a significant difference.
What's happened a lot is the quality's gone up with the 5th grade, even though I see them twice a week.
Since students respond well to immediate feedback, Toby has his students record as they play to critique their form.
It's a greater visual feedback than just your bow's backwards, your fingering's wrong. They actually see proof of where they can change.
Education in the 21st century looks a lot different than a generation ago. Young people already expect to communicate, access information, learn and play on their mobile devices and computers. 21st century education, innovative technology in the classroom. Evergreen Public Schools, evergreenps.org.